EVgo is the nation's largest public fast charging network for electric vehicles and the first to be powered by 100% renewable energy. With more than 800 fast charging locations in 67 major metropolitan markets across 34 states, EVgo owns and operates the most public fast charging networks and serves more than 220,000 customers. The fast charging company has entered into a definitive business agreement with Climate Real Impact Solutions, a special purpose acquisition company listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol CLII. Upon closing of the transaction, the combined entity will be listed again on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol EVGO. The transportation sector is among the largest engines of the global economy and is undergoing a massive transformation from conventional vehicles to electric. Hundreds of billions of dollars of OEM investment is being retooled to deliver electric vehicles to the market. Additionally, fleets for rideshare, delivery, municipal, autonomous, and other segments are transitioning to electric. Together, this is creating a massive rising tide for the sector. The industry experts forecast a 100-fold growth between 2019 and 2040. Even at this pace and trajectory, only 28% of the vehicles on the road will be electric by 2040. Reflecting the huge runway of growth to come for the sector. In 2019, fast charging represented only 5% market share of the total charging. By 2027, it is expected to grow to about one-third of the charging market, and by 2040, the fast charging will be about 40% of the total market. In this video, we will be looking at the company background of EVgo and the investors behind the transaction. We will take a look at the product offerings of EVgo and the competitive advantage it has over other charging networks. We will look at the merger transaction details and the share structure. Finally, we will try to come up with a valuation in two phases, evaluation until 2025 and evaluation beyond 2025, because that is when the real tailwinds happen for the EV sector with EV vehicles penetrating the market share. So please stay for the whole video so you find out all the details about the EVgo. Hi, I'm Arshad Ahmed, founder of DIYstockpicker.com, an investment portal dedicated to help investors make intelligent decisions. This video is for information purposes and please do your due diligence before making any investment decisions. I'll be releasing videos weekly about growth stocks and EV stocks. So if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel so you can get all those updates. So let's get started. Founded in 2010, EVgo is a leader in the transportation electrification space. The company has partnerships with market-leading automakers, fleet and rideshare operators, retail and other site hosts, governments, utilities, and other stakeholders. EVgo has steadily expanded over the past decade to become the largest platform for public fast charging in the United States. EVgo's primary focus will be on the fast charging part of the ecosystem. While there will be significant role for level 2 charging at home or at work where vehicles stay parked for a longer duration of time, EVgo doesn't have to steal share from those markets. With the fleets becoming electric vehicles, those fleets are driven hundreds of miles a day, not like regular retail vehicles, and these fleets would require access to fast charging. As a technology first mover, EVgo has made it easy for drivers to have access to charging networks close to places where they work, live, and play. EVgo owns all its charging networks. It is an owner-operator. All the network of EVgo is powered by 100% renewable energy. The company has more than 800 fast charging locations in 67 major metropolitan markets across 34 states. EVgo's network currently serves more than 220,000 customers. Let's take a look at the investors in the transaction. LS Power is a leading private investment firm focused on power, energy innovation, and energy infrastructure. They bought NRG, who had founded EVgo. Climate Real Impact Solutions SPAC is sponsored by private funds affiliated with PIMCO, which has more than $640 billion of investments across sustainability in its portfolios. The PIPE is anchored by institutional investors, including private funds which are affiliated with PIMCO and accounts managed by BlackRock. Let's take a look at the partnerships that EVgo has. EVgo has a strategic relationship with General Motors. GM selected EVgo for building a nationwide infrastructure of charging networks in 2020. EVgo expects to add 2,700 additional public DC fast charging networks over the next 5 years. Additionally, EVgo is the first public charging company to support Tesla charging natively. The Tesla drivers don't need to have an additional adapter to charge at EVgo networks. They can easily find the EVgo networks on the Tesla dashboard navigation system. EVgo entered into a partnership with Nissan, the Nissan 2.0 contract. Under this contract, EVgo is the preferred charging provider for Nissan vehicles, and the customers get a $250 charging credit. Corporate partners also include Uber and Lyft, which selected EVgo as one of their first charging providers. Additionally, EVgo partners with governments, utilities across the US, enhancing the nation's infrastructure and supporting job creation. The company also has a partnership with an autonomous fleet company whose name has not been disclosed. There are two factors that give EVgo a competitive moat. The company has a proprietary software system where they can put in a zip code and forecast what the 1 year utilization of the charging would be in that particular location. The site development team then uses different parameters like the cost to build out, the electricity cost, and then they input this into an analytic and network design system. The system then gives the internal rate of return for the next 5 years if a charging network is built in that particular location. Using this data, EVgo can select sites that return the highest rate of return. EVgo has a customer relationship management software layered on top of its proprietary software. The customers can find out the charging locations in their area. They can even reserve charging spaces so they don't have to wait when they arrive there. They can collect coupons for nearby retailers, and they can collect credits for their charging. So what is the difference between EVgo and the ChargePoint business models? The main difference is that EVgo is an owner-operator, meaning it owns its charging networks, whereas ChargePoint is a capital-light model where it does not own the charging network, but the site hosts own the charging network, and ChargePoint would collect a fee from the drivers for charging their vehicles. The advantage for EVgo is that since it owns the charging network, it can ensure more uptime reliability for its customers. Also, it can collect cash throughout the life of the charging network. On the other hand, since it has to build out these charging networks, the growth may not be as fast as ChargePoint. ChargePoint doesn't have to invest for the network infrastructure. Let's take a look at the merger transaction details. Pro forma implied equity value of approximately $2.631 billion, $575 million cash to balance sheet to fund the growth. Transaction includes $230 million of cash held in trust and $400 million of PIPE financing. The deal is expected to close in the second half of 2021. Let's take a look at the share structure. Total shares outstanding of 263.1 million, 74.4% existing EVgo shareholders, 8.7 CRIS shareholders, 1.6% sponsor shareholders, 15.2% PIPE investor shares. Let's try to come up with a valuation for EVgo. The EV charging network is still in its infancy. The success of the market greatly depends on the vehicles in operation. The demand for electric vehicles is expected to explode starting 2025. There are expected to be 7.25 million battery electric vehicles on the road by 2027. The total addressable market will be the amount of electricity needed to power the EVs. EVgo DC fast charging will be 30% of the total addressable market. We will do the valuation in two parts. The first part of the valuation will be until 2025 because the EV vehicles are still yet to come on the roads in huge numbers to drive the public fast charging infrastructure use. We will also do a valuation between 2025 and 2027 because that is when the real tailwinds come in for the EV sector. $596 million revenue and an EBITDA of $193 million by the end of 2025. We'll use a valuation multiple of 10 for the EV by revenue. That gives an enterprise value of $5.96 billion. Divided by the shares outstanding of 263.1 million. That gives a valuation of $22.65 per share in 2025 estimated. For the valuation at 2027, the revenue expected is $1.289 billion and an EBITDA of $507 million. We'll again use the valuation multiple of 10, giving an enterprise value of $12.89 billion. Divided by the shares outstanding of 263.1 million, that gives a valuation of $49 per share in 2027 estimated. There are a few risks involved in investing in EVgo. The first is that EVgo is a capital-intensive business. Since it owns all its charging networks, to build out new networks, it needs lot of capital. With the SPAC transaction, it got more than $500 million on its balance sheet, which it will be using to build its charging network. The management has forecasted that the company will not be free cash flow positive until 2024 and actual meaningful free cash flow flows in starting 2026. After it builds out its charging network, it would need to raise additional capital to expand. That would be in the form of either debt or issuing more equity that will result in dilution of the existing shareholders. The electric vehicle charging space is getting crowded with competitors like ChargePoint, Blink, EVBox, etc. The winning factor would be the partnerships the companies would have with OEMs, fleet and rideshare operators, and the municipalities and governments. Also, the success would depend on the rebates that the governments are offering for electrification. EVgo has an advantage here in that it owns its charging network, so its margins are higher and the customer experience is good. There is always the risk of the SPAC transaction not going through, but since the big short investors are behind the transactions, this risk is not a lot. But another risk is that after the news has been announced, the stock has shot up already to $22 a share. Over the long run, the company's stock price will actually get tied to the fundamentals of the company. Investors should be aware of this. I hope you found the video informational. I have a Patreon page where I'm sharing my IRA portfolio that has generated me 90% returns for the past 2 years. I'll put the link in the description. I have also analyzed the Proterra stock, which you should see here on the end screen, and I hope to see you in that video. Thanks for watching.